This week on Twende, we are going to Türkiye. I get to sample amazing food. Chakula cha Turuki kiko on another level. I get to go back in time.
Palituko, these are Roman remains, and if you ukiangalia wako wanatumia simiti.
Then back to the future. I get to visit a futuristic museum about the past. I get to make new Turkish friends.
Boozy. Boozy, yes.
When traveling, most people will fly the most cost-effective way possible. Cost-effective is just another way kusema cheap. Anyway, kuna zile siku huwa unaamua wacha leo ni shukuru mwili. Well, that day is today.
So we're headed to Turkey. Right now, wacha niwaambie, struggle sana Twende. Tumefanya mambo ya usafara. Kidogo tumepewa break midterm before turudi. But wacha nikwambie tunakuja Turkana, tunakuja huko kote. But for now, tunaenda get 3 kwa lounge.
Kabla ya kupanda ndege, watu wa business class hukaa mahali tofauti.
Hapa nimeona ile nataka ni hii. Yes. It is now 20 minutes to 4 a.m. We're at Turkish Airlines Lounge. This is the most relaxed we've ever been before a trip, because usually tunangangana kusukuma vitu kwa magari, kutafuta ni wapi tunaenda, nani hajafika. Sasa tuko kwa lounge. Ukitaka kujua time, angalia Dubai, Istanbul, New York.
All our previous flights have been, tuseme tu, ni huko nyuma ya ndege. Lakini leo, we are flying business class.
Yeah. First time kwa business class. Kumbe ndio starehe. Wow. Ona hii leg room. Very relaxing. Unapatia kapilo kako. Sijui ni nini. Hii ni nini? Acha tuangalie. On board. Yeah? Siwezi soma hii language. Anyway, please leave the blanket on your seat after your... Hii ni blanket. Unapewa blanket na kapilo. Cool. This is dope. I'm excited. Yeah.
Our flight is on a Turkish Airlines plane. We love sunrises, and this morning flight has a great treat. The interior of the cabin is transformed bright orange.
Fantastic meal prep. The presentation is it's stellar. Never had this experience before. So moving forward, if ever I go to business class, even though sasa nitakuwa nikicompare.
After a 6-hour flight, we are in Istanbul.
This is how you know that you're in a different kind of airport. Where? It's biggie. Because as we were walking back there, each side tulikuwa tunaona runway. Alafu sasa tumefunguliwa a whole street. Every airport so far, easy poa, they have a statement piece. I think this is one of theirs. But look at that. Hata before tuseme ni statement. Hebu iangalia. There's a slickness to it, a beauty to it, an adventure to it. Sasa imagine sasa si tukifanya. Si tuko na vitu mob kwanza, hata tunaweza fanya rhino, elephant, lilac breasted roller. Again, tunafanya benchmarking. So watu wa mtuite, hii footage tuwapea yote.
But this is not our destination today. Hapa ni transit too. We are going to a city I had never heard of, Sanliufa. Airport ya Sanliufa inaitwa Gap. Even though we have arrived at night, we can still make one visit before tulale ama aje. Our first activity is, you guessed it right, food. In Türkiye, they take food very seriously. Food is not just about what you put in your mouth. Huku, the ambience is very important, and they go to great lengths to enhance it.
Kama Mkenya, I have a mission. Tunaenda every country tukitafuta misheveve. Now, huh? Okay. Tuseme imesheveve pia.
This is what they call the Turkish pizza. It comes with meat and cheese, then you add your greens. Sahi najua mnamwaga mate kabisa, usifiche. Unaweza sema hii Turkish pizza ni DIY. Do it yourself. Wow, it causes an explosion of taste in my mouth, one that I don't recall ever happening. Sijui ni hame huku.
Oh yeah. Okay. The flavors are exploding in my mouth. Everything is so distinct. Oh. Kenye unaona, unaweza fikiria labda ati vitu zimechomeka, zijachomeka, ziko sawa.
This is just the beginning of our trip. I can only imagine the kinds of foods that are waiting for us. Hapo ukiamka uchungulie nje tu, hauwezi kosa kujua uko nchi gani. There are giant Turkish flags flying within the city center and other various points of interest. Sanliufa is one of the oldest cities in the world, dating back thousands of years. It was once known as Edessa from the time it was ruled by the Greeks. It is hard to tell the historical background because of the modern buildings that make up the city today. However, your history can still be seen today, and that is what I'm going to check out.
So this is my first day here in Urfa. The weather, it's cold, it's chilly, and we were prepared properly. Alafu hakuna jet lag because time ni exactly the same. Sahi ni 9:15, Nairobi ni 9:15. Breakfast was nice. I was told the sausages were great, and so I tasted them, and they are. I've never tasted sausages kama hizo. Yeah, looking forward to the adventure. Kuna njeve.
Don't let the sun fool you. I visited Sanliufa in December, which is the winter season in the northern hemisphere. Na hii siyo ile baridi ya Limuru. Hapa hata boshori inatafuta sweater.
First museum yenye tuna visit. Göbekli Tepe. Pot belly. Oh, that's what it means, eh? Okay. Let's go in.
It's a Stone Age archaeological site that is millenniums old. Najua sahi kuna watu wanasema, Njoro unatupeleka museum tena. Hizo ni vitu tulifanya tukiwa shule. Utatuonesha mahali pa kununua nguo saa ngapi? Kwanza tulia. Turkey has more to offer than textiles. But we're relaxed. Nitakuonyesha hizo baadaye. Kwa sasa, let me show you why this museum is different.
So, got my ticket, ready for the tour. It is 21 euros. Yeah, expensive, but tuone.
This museum combines history with modern technology to make the visit that more interesting. One feels that they're in a sci-fi movie with touch screens. Okay, hizo sounds ni sisi tumeongeza, but you get the idea where we're going. The walls and the people of Göbekli Tepe come to life again in an artistic way. Watu wa National Museums of Kenya, sijui kama mnaona hizi vitu. Museums don't have to be places where young people visit only when they are in school. They can still be drawn by good presentations. Next, I am off to see the real thing. Göbekli Tepe is a fascinating place. It is well preserved because it is believed that the site was intentionally buried by the ancient people. A careful examination of the rocks shows some of the earliest dated images. Dog lovers will be happy to know that one of the earliest images known to have been created were of our canine friends. They were also vultures, They may look simple, but remember, these are some of the oldest images discovered. Hizi siku hawakuwa na HB pencils ama karatasi.
There's certain places when you come, you have to prepare yourself mentally. Kuna wenye wanaweza kuja hapo waone tu ni mawe, but it's not. This is how people lived tens of thousands years before BC. That's before Christ, or before the, Pali history wamesema Christ ali exist. Na ukiangalia hapa, tumeambiwa that they're still doing some research, but so far it seems like this was a place of worship. Na hizi vitu zililetwa hapa. Kuna zenye zilijengwa hapa, yes, but there are some of these stones that were actually dragged here. Now, even the watu back in the day, years, tens of thousands of years ago, this is how they lived. Thousands and thousands of years ago. Na walivuta hizi vitu. So tunashukuru kwa sababu, even ndio walianza na hiyo technology ikaendelea saa pali tumefika, kuna kamera hapa, sasa umekaa chini, una watch. Vitu zilianza huku. Na of course we have so many historical sites around the world, including at our place. Now let's talk about the infrastructure. Look, now first one we discovered, there's a walkway. Hapa watoto wanaweza kuja, hawataogopa kuanguka. Ona hapo, imeshikiliwa hapo. They have preserved this place. They have made it into an experience. This is something that's going to last for years and years and years. And it's an expansive space. Tulianza huko chini, tukapanda, hata hiyo barabara vile ime-maintainiwa ama imejengwa, whatever. The design itself is very interactive, it's very friendly. We're not even done, there's still more to see. Alafu ukiangalia kuna takataka. Ona, look, it's clean. It's clean and it is maintained. This is very impressive because human beings are human beings. It means that there's a level of respect inside their culture for certain spaces like this, and they understand. Ndio maana wanasema Turkey is the 5th most visited place. If this is how they're preserving their sites and they're allowing us, the world, to come and experience, makes sense.
Next, we go to a place kama Bomas of Kenya yao. The difference with this place is that they don't do dances or food, na pia hakuna siasa. Well, hata kama walikuwa nafanya, hatuwezi elewa hiyo language. They do, however, specialize in carpets. Carpets are a big part of Turkish culture. At a time when most things are made by machines, here we still do it the ancient traditional way, by hand. The wool used is the natural kind from sheep. One of these carpets can cost more than 1 million shillings, depending on the size and design. Ni kama gari. Sadly, it seems like this culture will not be here for much longer, as the younger people are not that keen to keep it.
It will die.
You think the tradition will...
It will die.
Yeah.
Not maybe so short time, but for long term of time, it will die.
Yeah.
In our country.
Yeah. But you are fighting not for it.
We are fighting for it. We are fighting.
Okay.
We are staying strong.
Yeah, stay strong.
We stay
This
strong.
is fantastic.
We stay strong.
One thing Türkiye is good at is preserving ancient works of art. One of the best preserved pieces from the Roman times is found at the Sanlufan Museum. This work of art is huge, and the museum has a walkway to help you appreciate from above. It feels amazing to see this original mosaic that was painstakingly made by an artist thousands of years ago, and here it is still being enjoyed in the 21st century.
Where we are, before we discovered hii yote, there was a construction that was happening, and it was a government construction. Wakadig ndio wakapata hizi mosaic, and then they stopped it. They called the archaeological department, and now they have preserved it. Looking down, in a mosaic, so they've taken pieces together, ndogo, as small as our teeth.
wamezitengeneza to make art. Now what they have done, some of it was damaged, but this is the original one. Now what they have done is they have recreated the original and they have put it on the wall over there. So hiyo ni painting yenye iko hapo yenye na represent what was there all those thousands and thousands of years ago. Na hivyo ndio walikuwa naandika majina. Kuna hiyo ME, kuna N, kuna I, kuna TTH. Unaona? So sijui kama sasa hii ndio Roman kwa Roman font. This is, you can imagine how much time it took. Ni tumawe tu tunawekwa tu pamoja hivi. Like how long? The amount of mastery that is needed here is so dope. It's so dope.
Word of advice, especially with these ancient manenos, if you really want to enjoy a museum visit, you need to engage your imagination. In the words of Juakali, kiasi tu. Today we can take this art for granted because we can easily take pictures in an instant. If you are to create a work of art, you can refer to that picture. Sindio? Kitambo. You have to see the subject, then store it in your mind. Afterwards, you will then physically create it through art. Now, ukifikiri about it, then you will have a profound appreciation for what was achieved here. These people who are nameless walikuwa na mad skill and talent. Next to the museum are these caves. Hizi hazikuwa na maumau wa huku. On the contrary, zilikuwa na wakoloni when the city was under the Romans. Constructed between the 2nd and 4th century CE, the site was the final resting place of the city's wealthy class.
So right now where we are is a burial site, or was a burial site. Now not anyone was allowed here. It was specific family members when you walikuwa na kuja kufanya certain ceremonies. But it has been preserved. Iko preserved. Kuna bado unaweza ona bado kuna carvings huko, kuna pillars huko. Unaweza tell they took special care in making this space. And it feels nice to be here and to experience it. Hata tukusema it's off my bucket list that I've never written, but at least now umekuja hapa ukasema hii lazima ikue na now nimetick it off. Yeah, it's good to preserve your sites because you never know what it's going to teach the next generation or the next.
In the evening, I got to visit a pool in the southwest part of the city center, known in Jewish and Islamic legends as the place where Nimrod threw Abraham into a fire. However, God intervened. Fire turned into water, burning splinters into fish, and Abraham's life was saved. Henceforth, Balik Ligol was formed, also known as Pool of Abraham. The fish became sacred and one of Samulfa's greatest attractions.
Tunajua watu wengi wanajua Turkiye kama mahali ya kupata nguo na quality. Sasa nataka kuwaonesha inaanzanga hapa. Unaona? Hii ndio inaanzanga. Cheki tu. Huku kote hapa kuna manguo fulani mtakuwa mkivaa. So, wacha ni bless.
Modern day Turkey has had many civilizations living here at different times in history. These have left their mark, and as one travels through this land, you come across new sites. Like this one in Karahantepe. Turkey is big on agriculture, but just like Kenya, they also have livestock herders who roam the plains. The main livestock, the kondoo and mbuzi. They look a bit different from the ones back at home. They have thick coats because of the harsh winter cold. Hata mbuzi wa huku akona manyoya ndefu. I get to meet one of the shepherds in the field.
So Koyun sheep is called kondoo.
Kondo.
Yes, kondoo. Koyun kondoo. And then kechi, which is goat, mbuzi. Mbuzi, yes.
Even in a country that is developed and has big cities, there are those who choose to continue a pastoralist way of life.
Does he like this life of herding sheep and goats?
Sen bu diyor bu hayatı seviyor musun? Yani çobanlığı seviyor musun?
Evet.
He said yes.
Yes?
I like it.
What's his most favorite thing about staying with the sheep and
Yani
the goats
en
and being
favori
here?
yani en sevdiğin şey nedir burada? En çok sevdiğin şey mesela?
Bu da
Köyde bu hayatta mesela köyde yaşıyorsun, çobanlık yapıyorsun. En son sevdiğin şey nedir?
aynı koyunlar. İşte uğraşıyoruz.
He said I like sheeper.
Yeah.
He likes sheeper.
He likes, yeah.
Yes, he's living in village
Yeah.
and his father is over there. His father is
Oh.
over there. His home
Yeah.
over there. And he said I like because I think sen yani bu köyde doğdun, bu köyde büyüdün.
Evet.
He said he was born this village
Yeah.
and he's grown this village.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe he don't see another place.
Yeah.
To have another chance to
Yeah.
like
Okay.
or don't like.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
understand me?
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Teşekkür ederim İsmail.
Teşekkürler. Yeah.
Just like back home, livestock keepers face a problem with predators like wolves and leopards. Huku watu watembei na mikuki au bunduki, they have kangal dogs to protect the herds. These dogs are big, fierce, and are bred specifically to protect livestock. To protect the dogs, however, from predators, they have a spiked wolf collar. So kama unaishi Rongai, hii ni njia moja ya kujaribu kukinga mbwa wako asiumizwe na predators. Sisi ufanyie kila mtu benchmarking, hata nyinyi wenye umbwa. These dogs have been imported to some parts of Kenya to try and protect the livestock from the local predators and reduce human-wildlife conflict. I'm usually fascinated by medieval stuff, sindio? Hizo films za Roman times kuna vile I feel sometimes I would like to go back to that time nione tu kidogo. In Turkey, you can come close to that feeling.
Where we are is called Schweip. And Palituko, these are Roman remains. And if you ukiangalia, walikuwa wanatumia simiti, but walikuwa wanazipanga hivi na zinashikana inakuwa hiyo Roman arc. And we are so lucky because tumetoka Gobekli Tepe, tumetoka hapo Haran Tepe, where Gobekli Tepe, it's already complete. They have already put that thing. Yes, there's everything that's happening, but there's structure over there. The other one, they wanna get to do it. And then here, we have met archaeologists who have been working here for 3 weeks. And so, one day we'll come to see vile kama Gobekli Tepe iko with the whole canvas and everything.
The city is an important historical and religious site and is free to visit. A few kilometers away, we find these man-made caves as well. Centuries of quarrying have created these caves that are now a tourist attraction. These are the Bazda Cave.
I've been told that hii vile unaona si ati ni mashini imefanya ati ya juzi. This has been there for many years. Now it was a tunnel but it is blocked now. Huku juu haikuwa hivi, ni kuanguka imeanguka. So there was a trade that would happen but it was been closed. However, modern wamefanya hivi, wametengeneza kabarabara. I know it's a bit dark but wametengeneza kabarabara hii. And I think there's going to be more that's going to be added into this place so that it is a fully fledged tourist attraction, if it's not already one. Yeah? Kumbe? Yeah? Oh. Kuna maua hapa? Moja. Hakuna.
In the evening, we get to Haran. If you are religiously inclined, this is believed to be a significant resident place of Abraham, a cornerstone character to Christians, Muslims, and Jews. If you are inclined otherwise, he bado ni important because of this donut-like invention.
Tumeambiwa, tulisoma Mesopotamia ndio wali invent wheel. And ukiangalia hapa, when you come here, hapa Haran, you see several versions of the wheel. You can see this, na hii hapa, walitumia pia kugrind mchele. Eventually, wakajenga wagon. Na even around you can see different wheels and circles. Come. Ona hii hapa. Nzuri sana. Kuna several examples of it. Now they say that this is the place where Abraham's servant came to look for a wife for Isaac. So kama unatafuta wife, tumana huku. Kuja muone vile watu walikuwa wanakaa huku ndani. Kuja. Kuja. Unaona? Look. So kuna hapa sitting room. Just have a look hapa. Sitting room, there's a carpet. Kuna huili ingine hapa. Ini room private, hata wamezima taa. Kuja huku ndani. So this is I'm not going to assume, but nikiona hii let me just I'm not going to say with authority, but let me guess. Ukiona hii unajua ni kitchen, si ndio? Kwa kitchen kuna store hapa. Kujeni hapa muone. See something else over here. This is how people were living. Now imagine Abraham alitoka huku kwenda kuishi kwa desert. Hapa ndio hii bedroom. Another bedroom. We've just been told that this color to the scorpions, this looks like fire. Yeah? So for all the people who do not like the color blue, we know you're scorpions. Hapa pia unaona iko juu. Tumeelezewa that this is because that there are snakes and scorpions, so you'd rather have your bed elevated. Kujeni muone.
Next week, we are going to the Euphrates.
I'm probably the first person in Kenya to even attempt to swim in these waters.
Yeah.
So,
30. Please, my brother. What's happening?
hey, it's the cold. Oh, Kenyans, they're waiting, eh?